Hello SLAPAFISH community, welcome back to another World Tanks console video. So in this video I'm going to be driving the FV101, which is the brand new Era 1 light tank, UK light tank, for Cold War. So I'm not going to have a full video going over all this stuff about the tank, how to play the tank. This is just a video that I gameplay just had a really good tank, and it's just like the perfect game of why I play light tanks and why I play this game. So before I start, if you want to see me live stream, I actually live stream on Twitch on Monday and Friday, 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and Tuesdays it's 5 a.m. onward. If you want to go follow me on Twitch, first link in the description. So anyway, with that out, so in case you are wondering what my equipment and crew skills I have on this tank, I don't have many crew skills because I already got past this tank. And so I kind of just put a brand new commander into it. I put Santa in it. I put supply conservation on, 6 cents, and rapid loading. My equipment has the advanced loader, traction system, and the powertrain. I also have the spawliner. And yes, I have a spawliner on this tank. I have my reasons. The spawliner has been working really good for this tank, especially since there's a lot of 101s out about because everybody's grinding the British light tanks. So spawliner is really good against high explosives, and also you're a very, very light tank, and the spawliner just works because you get rammed a lot in case. Also, you can go like 98 if you have it the way I have it set it out. If you have it fuel tanks, the fuel. Then you go 103, 104. So yeah, you go fast. And you're very light. So in case you ram something, you're not gonna die. So anyway, it's actually a high explosive gun, which is it takes a while to get used to. The second high explosive is not really any good. It loses 30 millimeters of penetration. And it gains a little bit of splash radius, but I would just recommend sticking with standard high explosive. So why is this the perfect game of World of Tanks? Like, my game, this is one of the reasons why I play this game. Why is this the game? Well, I like playing light tanks a lot. Also, it doesn't really happen to start. It doesn't really happen until the very end of this replay. Like the last 5 minutes of this replay. If you notice, the video's like 11 minutes long, and yeah, this replay, this match goes on for about 10 minutes. And we're going to be, and spoiler alert, we're going to be losing the entire game. Like, we're going to be behind on scores, behind on tanks, behind on hit points, the entire game. Also, if you notice, I've already lost my commander, and I don't run a med kit on this tank, which is one of the sad things. Also, because I don't run a med kit, the spawliner is also good about that. 50% of the crew survival rate. Without the spawliner, my crew just kept getting knocked out. With the spawliner, it's very rarely. So that's another reason to run the spawliner. See, I'm using the spawliner. Trust me on this. Use a spawliner on this tank. So high explosive. It's a high explosive gun. Does 230 damage, 250 damage on average since it's Cold War RNG. You're going to drop that average down to about 210, 220, maybe 200. Because of the terrible RNG in Cold War. Because, yeah, didn't like it in World War II, but we still have it in Cold War. That's why I got removed in World War II, because nobody liked it. But it's still in Cold War. Anyway, enough said. So it's actually just, like, this is a very fast light tank. I go around at 98, how I have my light tank set up. I like to, like, scout with this light tank, like, active scout, and use my high explosive gun. I like to find, like, weak targets, or targets that have, like, very weak sides or very weak backs. For example, the 48 Patton, the only place I can pin them is, like, on the engine deck, or at the very back of his tank. T-44 that's over there, I can pin them in the side as long as I don't hit the tracks, or in the very back of the tank. The Centurions are a little bit harder because they have some face armor at the side and the front, and also some at the back, so it's really hard. So the Centurions are not a tank you really want to fight in this tank, because high explosive. And if you notice, 4v6, I wanted to come over here and help my medium tank, and I like taking tanks down that are by themselves and low on hit points, and I know I can take them out in this tank. See, this convoy is a little bit scary because it's a Centurion hull with a pretty decently armored turret. Now that's a T54, which has basically, you can compare it just like the T44, sides and rear. Now the Centurion 5-1 that was over here, I didn't really provide that much help. I did provide a distraction. Also, I seen that convoy kind of look at me. I wanted to go for the 54, but he was out like in a, basically I want to fight guys in the open, like clear open. I wanted to fight the 54, couldn't because he was not in the open enough. And that convoy was just staring me down, and we were too close to that convoy for me to take him down. So now I'm just going to regroup. I was like, okay, how am I going to win this game? First of all, I'm going to regroup with the remaining 2 allies, but never mind. The 3 goes down, and somebody jumps on the base. Probably the convoy. I'm going to try to regroup with my 48 Patton, take out the Centurion Mark II that's over here. Then guess what? There's a 48 Patton that pops up right behind our 48 Patton. So now our 48 Patton and our Centurion Mark II, and the 48 Patton is surrounded by a 48 Patton and the Centurion Mark II. And also, if things couldn't get even worse, 3 tanks are now on the base. And now it's about half. And now the 48 Patton just goes down. So I'm in a 1v5 situation. This is when this game starts getting good. That was a really good shot on the 48 Patton because it'll light them on fire. That's a pinning shot, which is something I really need. And I needed another one right there, but that's a good shot because more damage on the 48 Patton. Now, running out of time to reset this base. 3 tanks on the base, which is a convoy, probably the 55. Don't know what the other tank is. So here's Conway. I reset the Conway. There's a T44, low health. Pinned a shot. Want to take him out, and it doesn't pin. Now I just got to reset the T55, and boom, pinned him and pop smoke, so he won't hit me. Now I'm going to go around again, try to kill the T44 and the T54. Don't pin there. Kill the T54. Now I'm just going to go and try to kill this T55. I'm in T54 and put a decent shot into him. Now this is where I actually start messing up. I slowed down and started staying around here with the Conway. And since I slowed down, I lost all my speed and I'm just getting tore up. I lost my hit points. I had 1,000 and now I'm down to 282. My focus was really on I need to take down the T54. But I've spent too much time over here fighting those guys, and now that Centurion Mark II put a shot into me. Luckily, it wasn't a really high roll, because I would have died. I spent way too much time. I should have ran on that second go-around, when I still had my 1,000 hit points. Shouldn't have went for the Conway. Don't know why I did it. I do know why I did it, because I wanted to kill the 54. So now I wanted to run out here, get my whole patch, get my smoke screen back, and go in there and try to kill him. Right now, the 4 tanks are the Conway, which is at 600 health. The Centurion Mark II is 1,100. So that's 2 tanks I'm going to have very much trouble with. I'm also running out of shells. Luckily, the T55, a T54, is very low on hit points. So is the 48 Patton. That fire, that pinning shot, and the non-pinning shot actually helped me out. So I'm going to do another clutch right here. Miss that shot, still 3 on the base. Pop my smoke, hit that guy. Now I'm going to try to hit the 55. Now this approach is not working as best. So I hit the 54, took out the 54, took out the 48 Patton. And hello, Conway. Now I just gotta get away from this Conway. And I die. Now, I almost won that game. I couldn't have won the game because I wouldn't have had enough ammunition, and there was Centurion Mark II and a Conway. I would have to get right behind the Conway and the Centurion Mark II to kill him, and I didn't have the ammunition for it. But it was a very good last stand. I managed to reset the base twice and kill 3 tanks. So I was really excited about that match. Really happy. And that, like, the adrenaline rush at the very end. Like, those instances when you're a 1v5 and you start taking down tanks, or you're in a 1v6 or a 1v7, you start taking tanks down, and you're just playing with the enemy at that point, which I was doing with the first go around, resetting the base. It's just so much. It's just so fun. That's why I like playing World of Tanks, and also the music should enable your music. Anyway, that's it for this video. Remember to like, comment, subscribe. Also, remember to fish because we're watching that, and peace out to you.